Hi everyone, it's syllabus time. So let's talk about the syllabus. Here is my information, how to get a hold of me. I'm around this summer. I went away for the month of June, so I'm here. If you'd like to meet, let's make an appointment. I have a new office, so you can come by and watch me unpack boxes. So just let me know. Send me an email or send me a remind, and you can make an appointment if you have questions about things. You do not have to come in and see me at all. We can also, if there's a time you need to talk by phone, we can arrange that as well. So these are my quotes that I live by. My friend Rita Pearson here, who I just love her. Every child deserves a champion. So I think that's very important, and I think we all deserve, each of us learners, even adult learners like us, need a champion. So these are our outcomes, and these are our resources. So the resources for this class will be primarily online. There'll be a lot of online materials, but I will also have a book, and it's called Blended Learning in Action. I really like it, as I said before on my video. So you can download any version of that you want. I mean, there's not older editions, but you can do digital, or you can do whichever you're comfortable with, or a paperback copy. It's fine. You'll need to have access to the ISTE standards and the Massachusetts Curriculum Frameworks for Technology and Science and Computer Science, and these are links to both of those. We're going to talk a lot about especially the ISTE standards. So you'll be required to get to access peer-reviewed articles, and those peer-reviewed articles can be accessed through the Maxwell Library. There are a tremendous number of resources at the Maxwell Library, so I highly recommend it. I will ask that you follow my accounts on Twitter and Instagram. These are my professional accounts, so my Instagram account, I'm not going to give you my personal account because it'll be boring you with my vacation pictures. And my Twitter account is very professional. I put up things about a lot about technology, a lot about education, and I mean that's what it really all is for me. And then things about Bridgewater about Bridgewater State that I'm want to share with all of you, and then sometimes stuff about the Red Sox because I love them. Okay, so you'll need to follow my social media accounts by 7/16. I'll be looking for you in my followers by then. That's next week, and I'll need you to share with me your send me an email or a remind with your professional Twitter and Instagram by July 20th. Do not link these to your personal Instagram or Twitter. These need to be separate, and they need to be just for your professional work as an educator. These are the assignments. There are three assignments for this class. One of them is a choice one. So the first one is the discussion, which I'll get into detail in a few minutes. The second one is a website. There is a website checklist in the Welcome Center, which is pretty detailed about what I expect on your website. You can make a website through Weebly, Wix, Google Sites. People have a lot of success with Weebly. I think seems to work the best, but some people like Wix. They're free. And if you already have a website and you just want to add the components that I require onto your website, that's cool, and I'm great with that. And just send me, you'll be submitting that link later on in our session. So this next is, you may choose to either do a professional development presentation or a technology integration plan. The professional development presentation will be something that you could present online to your colleagues at your school system, or in your if you are not employed yet, in your future school system. And so that's one piece of this. The other The other choice is to create a technology integration plan. So how you're going to use technology in your classroom in the coming year. So as either an elementary teacher or a secondary teacher, you would choose one subject area and focus on technology in that subject area. For me as a teacher, I found that to work the best, to spend 1 year focusing on one area and the second year to focus on the next area. I mean, you're never going to keep them completely separate, but it's helpful if you're kind of developing your skill set to really focus in one area. And that works out really nicely for secondary teachers when you can focus like that. As a middle school teacher, when I taught, I could just focus on the social studies classes, like one of my social studies classes. So anyway, we'll go into that in a little more detail. Attendance and participation is kind of built into the above grading. You want to get good grades. That's what this is about. So let's talk about the discussion. The discussion is at the heart of the class. The discussion has 3 components. It'll be my posted discussion questions, your student-led discussion, and a Google Hangout. This is a discussion of the requirements. The first piece of this is that I will post a model introduction, which I've done. I'll post a video and as well. And I've done a written and a video. You're going to do the same. That's the first part of the discussion requirements. The second piece is that I am going to be presenting, I will share with you a discussion on next week on Sunday night and on week 3 on Sunday night. And I'll give you material to read, information. It'll be stuff that we've done during the week that you'll already have seen. And then I will ask you questions about it, ask you to respond. And I will respond to each of you. And also you will respond to at least one of your colleagues, so one of your classmates. You can respond to more, but you're required to do at least one. And write a comment about their comment. So if someone responds to my presentation, my questions about, so this is a spoiler alert on the ISTE framework, and they say, well, this is the way I look at it and what I think about ISTE, and you say, wow, I think that was a really interesting one. These are some of my thoughts. Your discussion should be thoughtful, and I'll show you the rubric I use for giving you your points. So in your student-led discussion, you will have a discussion that you will choose the topic. So here are some suggested topics, but you can pick your own topic. It should have 5 resources. 2 will be peer-reviewed articles. You can get those through Maxwell Library. 1 should be a video, and then the other 2 can be a text. It does not have to be peer-reviewed. It might be like from Edutopia or Scholastic or something like that. Or a video or 2 videos, whatever you would like to do, however you want to present that topic to us. You'll pose questions within that discussion that you'll be leading, and then you you will share with us that information. So it'll be the information and the discussion questions. You'll let me know your topic by July 20th. All of your student-led discussions are due no later than the 30th. So they have to have the original discussion posting has to be by the 30th. So this table kind of breaks it down. Your introductions, which include your screencast and a written introduction, need to be posted by 7/12. That is it'll be up on Blackboard today. I will post a discussion topic on 7/15. You'll respond to it by 7/17, and you'll respond to one of your colleagues by 7/19. So it's quick. You got to stay on this. And I'm going to post another one on the 22nd. You'll respond to it by the 24th, and you'll be responding to your colleagues by the 26th. You need to make sure, here's a special note, due to Dr. Engel by July 20th at 5 p.m. Please send me by email or remind your first and second choices for your topic, and I'll let everybody know their topics by the 22nd. I'll probably try to post it. As soon as I get everybody's in, I'll post them. So the earlier you guys send them in, the better. You might want to give yourself a week, maybe give yourself this week to kind of look over the materials so you can kind of see what's around. The student-led discussions are due between 7:23 and 7:30. Remember, you must respond to each posting to your thread. So like if you do a if you do your discussion and you lead a discussion on assessment online using assessment tools like a Kahoot or a Poll Everywhere, and you want to lead that discussion on whether or not assessment can be done online and whether or not that data is valid data, or online stuff like the MCAS, which is online, or the AP exams, and what the information is on that online testing. You need to post that by the 30th, but everybody who responds to you has to have a response from you, and not just a response like, wow, good idea. You mean, come on, something substantial. You're graduate students. So, you will, after a student posts their discussion, please respond to their discussion within 2 days. You must respond to 3 different discussions. So we have about 14 people in this class. I think you can find 3 of those discussions, which will be interesting. We'll have a Google Hangout in weeks 3 and week 5, and I'm going to send you more details about that later on, probably later on this week. Technology website, the checklist is on Blackboard. Your professional development plan is pretty much laid out here pretty closely. If you have questions about it, read through these 2, the professional development plan and the technology integration plan. See what you think about them as you read them and which one you think you'd like to do. And then contact me and we can discuss it more. Now, there's the grading rubric for the discussion and what my expectations are. So, you want to have thoughtful responses to your colleagues' comments and discussion and student-led discussions. Week 1, please follow what your responsibilities are for these weeks. Everything will be up on Blackboard. I will open them up and I will send you a remind saying, hey, guess what? Week 2 is open. Week 1 is open. Well, week 1 will be open, today. So look at, that'll be open on the 9th if you're not listening to this on the 9th. But this will give you all the information, what are our major topics. Sometimes I throw in a new topic because I find something that's changed, or I'll sometimes these things from week 5 get pushed up to because they fall into something that we're talking about here. So there's some overlap. It isn't like, very clearly like we're not going to talk about social media until week 4, because let's face it, we've already talked about social media today because you're going to have an Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so that's, I think, it. Phew, I talked fast, but this Screencast-matic only gives you 15 minutes. But I think that's about our attention span anyway. So, again, questions, concerns, I'm very easy to reach. Contact me through Remind. Contact me through email. My email is very easy to remember and kind of is like makes everybody smile, which is kind of a nice thing. It's jingle@bridgew.edu. It works very nicely around the holidays, let me tell you. So anyway, get in touch with me. Talk to me. Let me know what your concerns are. I can't wait to work with you, and we'll talk soon. Take care.